Happy?
I am happy.
I think I ask you if you're happy. Every start of the podcast, I think I say, happy? Like you're some sort of messiah of sound. Oh, now this is the challenge.
Yeah, just got squeezed through.
So, for those of you at home, which I'm guessing is probably most of you,
Potentially.
because none of you are here, we have a new setup, don't we?
We do.
We've just posted it on our Instagram. Rather not pod. Go and follow.
What?
What do you say?
Just last one. I remember there was a point where I was like, there's just shadows down my face.
Yes.
And now, you tell me. I actually can't see the.
Ooh, right. Tell you what. Look straight down the lens for me. Give them your best smolder. No, come on. There's your headshot, mate. That's not a bad smolder. That is.
Thank you.
Coming from a narcissist. I am a little bit, but not that bad as well. I've got a headache, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recovering.
You're soldiering through.
Yeah, I'm recovering from a serious case of man flu, which exists. I've learned to not fight against the accusations of man flu.
Fair enough.
Because I think I've had the same bug as my mum for the past few days. It's not COVID.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to change on any monetization things, saying the word COVID, but...
Misinformation.
We'll start again.
He said he doesn't have COVID. He's been lying to the public. Dr. Fauci told me that you gotta wear a mask and it's gonna be like that forever.
You've taken me straight back to 2020 with that.
Yeah, man. What a time. What a time. Do you think that when you're older, you'll be able to milk it to the kids?
Mate, if I can milk being mildly colourblind.
Drop that down.
Down as well.
I just don't want you to block off your gorgeous new face in the light.
If I can milk being mildly colourblind the way I've been able to, absolutely.
You say mildly colourblind. I didn't realise how colourblind you were.
What do you mean?
Like the other day when we were talking about football kits.
Oh, and I can't see like West Ham or Burnley.
Yeah, like the fact that their sleeves are different colour to the shirt.
No, I can see that. Like it's a different shade.
But it's the same colour for different shades. In your eyes, like it's very similar in tone and colour. Like would you call it the same colour if they were both painted on a piece of paper?
No, I that's a interesting. I don't know. But like it's what's claret as a colour? I don't understand it.
So claret is, for those who don't know, claret is the colour of West Ham's kit. Claret and blue.
I know it to be honest more as Burnley.
Chim Chiroo. We are those in claret and blue. Right, it's a little song that we sing sometimes.
It sounds really intimidating. Like we were speaking about last week, people with their lower voices.
Chimney, chim, chiroo. We are those bastards in claret and blue.
That's fair enough. Okay, yeah.
Rather intimidating compared to E-O-E-O-E-O-Yo.
Do you know who's got a oddly intimidating one?
Come on.
Millwall. And that's
Oddly?
No, I'm sorry for saying that as
no,
West Ham.
they're terrifying.
Just they just go Mill
Do
for a
they?
really, really long time, and it just echoes around the ground.
They're scary.
It's
Millwall
good.
fans are scary.
And what was the other one? I was thinking of another one. It's not funny, but the one that would drive you up the wall is the Hull City one. You're getting mauled by the Tigers, mauled by the Tigers.
That sounds like it's an American one, doesn't
imagine you're 3-0 down,
You're
away
getting mauled by the Tigers.
and they just start singing that.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Sorry, I've completely derailed you talking about the shirts. The shirts.
No, yeah, but that was kind of like a colourblind.
Yeah, it was at my expense. So
Yeah.
let's
Do you know
move-
what? Before we move on, I will
Yeah.
tell a quick little anecdote because you've brought up Millwall.
Yeah.
And Millwall, for those of you who don't watch football, this does not exclude you because I am going to give you the lore. Millwall famously have quite a violent fan base, right? I wouldn't say it encompasses all of them. There are obviously going to be some Millwall fans that are lovely. The evidence I had was there's a footage of like a Millwall fan bottling another Millwall fan in the middle of like a championship game.
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, obviously it's not going to be like wildly accessible because it's a very violent clip.
Oh, true.
I remember it was getting passed around the West Ham block, and West Ham and Millwall they're our main rivals.
So sworn enemies, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when people are like Tottenham and West Ham, yeah, but when really it's Tottenham and Arsenal,
yeah.
And then you got like a couple of rivals, West Ham, but Millwall are.
Who are the other ones you got? Just
well, because obviously of the location, it's East London.
any London ones?
Yeah, whereas anything east north, east south, Palace are quite central. There's at Fulham. There's quite a lot of all of that sort of London clubs.
Yeah.
Kind of you can find a way to get annoyed by each other. But Tottenham's the closest by, I think, compared to Millwall's quite south. I think I might be wrong there. Anyways, let's not talk about location. Millwall fans, right?
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to be an extra on Ted Lasso.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So I was on Ted Lasso as
You
a
were?
football fan. Yeah. I've been on Ted Lasso.
So-
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's funny that I didn't tell you about this. So it was my first ever extra work job.
Yeah.
So I had some work with an extra agency. I don't really do much of it anymore. Try and focus more on like trying to do other things and not too fussed by the idea of it. I would do it again, but it's not like the main career path for me. Obviously I want to be an actor. Sometimes people can look down on people doing extra work, which I don't think is right, because it's a lovely way in through the door, and I think a lot of people think that's how you get in through the door, as be on set with the stars. But
I imagine it's quite a. I don't know if it's a disconnect, but
yeah,
you're on set, but you're.
It's not too bad. I got to speak to Jason Sudeikis, so Ted Lasso.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he's sound. I wasn't anyone crazy, but I did. Basically, my first day on an extra set was at West Ham Stadium.
Okay.
As a West Ham fan.
London Stadium.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be at the West Ham Stadium. I thought it was going to be at wherever they were filming for their home Richmond games.
Of course.
But no, I got to play a West Ham fan. Bear in mind, I'm a massive West Ham fan. I didn't bring my own kits because I thought they'd be going to give us like non-branded ones because I thought it would be like a specific thing. When I get there, they've got all the old shirts, all the new shirts. I'm like, guys, you should have told me. I've got the black and gold, the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we were trying to get hold of some of them. I was like,
and you just
guys,
have it.
I have like 2 or 3 like different. Anyways,
that's cool.
so I'm doing this. We're doing this set right, and so I had to. They sent us an email with bubbles, so we had to learn the word to bubbles. I was like, my dad's been singing that in my bedroom since I was 3 years old. And
I know.
1 o'clock in the morning, oh, forever blowing bubbles. Beautiful song. Had to sing it with this. I think she was from Nigeria. This extra, so she's in a West Ham kit. And she stood next to me, and we're playing West Ham fans. They're like, right, goals going in. Either celebrate or don't celebrate. I don't know if the episode's come out yet, so I won't give away what was happening.
I think Ted Lasso's finished.
So season 4.
Yeah.
All done. Okay, so it was like West Ham about to score, everyone go crazy, and then we had to sing bubbles, right?
Yeah.
And this Nigerian lady was like, "Can you help me out?" So I was teaching her how to sing bubbles, and then we got really close. She's like, "Right, what would West Ham fans say?" I was like, "You're a bastard, the referee's away." All of that, right?
Yeah.
She was better than I was by the end of it. She was a proper West Ham fan.
Would you allow to swear?
Yeah. Oh, they encouraged.
Because I've not seen Ted Lasso.
Right. So the fans, they
swear?
didn't. You can't really. I haven't seen the episode, so I don't actually know if I'm in it. But essentially, what happened is they've seen me kind of teaching this lady how to do like some West Ham stuff.
Yeah.
Come up to me. You're a West Ham fan? You actually? I was like, big time. No, come with me. They put me at the front of the line, took me down. I'm walking on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
About
so
6
cool.
of us big West Ham fans were at the front.
Oh, okay, they found a few of you.
Yeah. So now they've put us right at the front of the pit, right on the edge of the pitch, and they're like, right, we're going to film you singing bubbles, and we're going to come down with a camera, come past you. So we're doing it, yeah, and I'm hearing these guys talking behind me, right, and this guy's just in a yellow t-shirt,
right,
and I heard him say that, yeah, mate, I was at a Millwall game last week, and then I turn around and I just hear him talking. He's a Millwall fan. Right. This man behind me is playing a West Ham fan.
As an extra. Yeah.
But he's a Millwall fan. And I thought to myself, I turned around, are you Millwall? And he went, you got a problem? I was like, no, not at all. He was like, I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking.
That's
I'm a
funny.
Millwall fan.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I've never met a nice Millwall fan. You seem really nice. He went, all right, cheers. But I said to him, I was like, if I'd have got the email, they were like, listen, we need Tottenham fans to come and sing Tottenham songs and wear Tottenham. For the love of God.
Would you not have done it?
No.
No, because you saying that, would I do something as a Watford fan?
Yeah.
I don't.
Couldn't. If it was like a big main part, your character, right, you're getting the whole series, you're going to be a character, they are a Tottenham fan, I'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. But just for one day's work, to be on TV and as the opposition's fan, I would struggle. My mum, I told this to my mum, because me and my dad were talking about it. My mum was like, are you stupid? It's like a big payday for one day's work.
Exactly.
And I was like,
but
I couldn't do it.
No, how much, if you don't want to answer, don't.
Oh, how much do we get paid for the day?
No. How much would you need to get paid to consider so daily rate? You're a Millwall, not a Millwall fan.
Millwall.
You're,
as well,
we're not Tottenham. You're Millwall. Like, how much?
You'd have to give me 50 quid to put the show on right now.
Okay.
Not even if you turn the cameras off, you'd have to give me 50 quid. Like, honestly, I don't. That's how petty I feel about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear a Watford.
Why is that so childish though? That is really childish for me. I think I probably would if I'd had a few beers, maybe like. But okay, for a day's work and what I'm on TV and people are going to see me with this Millwall show on.
Okay, no. You're doing an advert for Millwall Football Club.
Oh, so
You might be on their club shop.
oh,
Do you know what I mean?
oh, how much?
Mm.
Oh, that's really hard, you know. No disrespect to
'Cause
Millwall, because I think if you ask them, they'd probably have a similar type. The guy behind me would have done it for 20 quid.
Right,
Um,
right.
Oh, it's got to be upwards of a few grand, isn't it?
You reckon?
Gotta
So
be.
someone says £2,000 for one day. You have to put a Millwall kit on. You're saying no.
Yeah.
Wow. No, fair enough.
If it's going on the club shop, if it's going on the banners, because I might get recognised by Millwall fans, and they might be like, "Hey, are you the bloke from the stadium?" I'll be like,
well, you could get recognised by West Ham fans, which might be worse.
"Yeah," especially at a West Ham game.
Aren't you the?
Oh, you know Millwall
Hang
bloke
on.
from the adverts.
Aren't you modelling the new kit?
Oh, yeah. Nothing against Millwall,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be able to do that.
If
no.
if they had to me put on a Hornet shirt,
Oh God,
Christ,
you really don't like Watford?
it's Luton and Watford. We don't like each other.
It is the rivalry, isn't it? I feel like
It
we
is.
might have alienated some fans there, but I don't think it was too bad.
No, I just
Yeah, football's not for everyone.
no, it's not. It's not.
I've not got a beard.
Yes, that's the big news of this week. Aside from it being a Sunday upload, I think we're just going to say Sunday or Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much pressure on it at
Yeah.
the moment, because obviously,
Still early days.
as much as we appreciate everyone who does tune in every week, you know, we're not making any financial gain from this, so we have to take some losses and take some
It's
profits
just
sometimes.
we've had a busy week. I've been working the days that you've not been. You've been working the days I have been.
been a bit unwell.
I don't know if I've just got that mixed up, but we've not been able to see each other.
You've
And in
been-
the evenings, we've been doing stuff. I've been playing a lot of pro clubs, talking more about football. And you've been doing like theatre stuff, and you've been unwell.
yeah, proper. But no, I think we are chucking out an episode a week.
It's a commitment. And I think the big thing you've been saying is getting those little clips.
It's massive.
Yeah,
I don't think people understand how much comes from the clips, though.
that's
because-
more effort than
Yeah,
but it's probably more worth it.
yeah. I feel like we're about to go into an advert for like an editing software. Like, do you know the best way to get TikTok clips? No, we don't. Please help.
Yeah,
We're looking at different options. And
yeah.
stuff like
It's
that.
it's quite fun though to because my background, I had a YouTube channel when I was 13. I stopped it probably by the time I was 15. I'll show you some of the videos. They're horrendous. But like I remember editing a video of me and my brother playing football outside. This is a football episode, isn't it? Doing a penalty shootout, and I had to edit like 40 minutes down to like 5 minutes and training all really specific. But now you've been doing TikTok more recently, so I'm here trying to do some of the old things that I remember doing that probably weren't very good because I was 14 anyway. But you're going, oh no, it's slightly different nowadays because you want to come straight in with punchiness, because YouTube and TikTok are two different beasts.
Two different beasts, and it's like, what do you value more?
Yeah,
And at the end of the day,
yeah.
you know, you do value your YouTube audience, because this is where the full podcast is. This is us sitting and waffling.
Nothing against Spotify and Apple Music, Apple Podcast. I keep saying Apple Music.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
You were going to say Apple Music as well, weren't you?
We have got some Spotify listeners. Hello,
We have.
hello, you on the bus.
Oh,
Should we shout out some listeners? Hello. We know Katie watches all the episodes. Shout out Katie, Ronan. If you're listening to this on the bus, shout out you, Ronan.
wow.
And Lisa from work.
Who knows? Someone that knows my mum?
Yeah. Someone. Do you know what? There's a few people. Simon. Simon. Yeah. We'll stop now because these people are gonna be like,
Don't say anything. Don't.
FBI.
I was wondering what you're doing there.
People sometimes get a bit like, oh my god, my name was mentioned on the internet. Does that mean people are gonna find me now? But we only use first name.
So, the
So.
address of. No.
Okay, would you rather? Since we've hit so much football topics,
Go on.
let's have a little football. Would you rather?
Go on.
Okay, would you rather? Okay, have a full footballing career, 100 grand a week, right?
Right.
And play for Watford, your rival team, the team you dislike the most, right?
100 grand a
100
week.
grand a week, and you're on the team sheet every week. as long as you're not
5.2
injured.
mil a year.
Yeah, and you're actually good at football. Like, you're a Premier League standard player.
Well, Watford aren't a Premier League standard team. That's going to get clipped when they get promoted in a few years, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry.
Or you get to take the final penalty
Oh.
for Luton, right? in a Champions League final next year. So the ideology is that they reach the Champions League final, right?
Yeah.
This year, they reach the Champions League. Next season, they get to the Champions League final. You haven't played a single game of football. 1-1. Penalties happen. Last kick of the game, they call you onto the pitch to take the penalty.
Yeah. You have to go for that. I'm sorry.
So you could be the reason that Luton don't win the Champions League after being promoted from all up the leagues.
I didn't consider missing it.
You get 100 grand a week, which is what, 5.2 million a year.
I'm not playing. I'm sorry. To the Champions League is the biggest competition in Europe. That is what every club dreams of getting.
You don't play until the last game against.
But that's like
Man City.
Divock Origi, with his goal against Barca to go into.
Yeah, and Kai Havertz.
And he's so well known just for corner taken quickly. Origi. Like that would be an up steps Mullane. Small run up. Oh, it's off the bar and in. Like
what would you go for?
What would Panenka?
Yeah,
No.
you'd have to.
No, I would. I'll go for a little. I'll go straight down for the corner. I'll give the keeper the
Bottom
eyes.
left. I'd always go bottom left. Cross my body.
But now they think you're going to do that. So I'd do a little stutter run up. No.
Yeah, it's scary
no,
though.
sorry. Imagine being able to do that. If I miss,
If I miss,
if I miss, do we win?
No.
No. Sorry. If I score, do we win?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means if I miss, it keeps
No,
going.
no.
That's not how it works.
Oh.
Because the way penalties will
yeah,
work,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
score, we win.
Okay, if you miss, the game's lost.
Oh, so it's that changes everything.
And if you score, the game's won. So like,
This
essentially,
is
it predicts the next bit.
Sure. I've have to go for that.
Really, I'd take the 100 grand a week from Millwall. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No, I wouldn't. West Ham, I could score that penalty.
Sorry,
I could score that.
imagine.
No,
Imagine you
turn back on
score
me.
it. Imagine. You would be a legend.
Oh mate, it'd be like Bobby Moore, Trevor Brookin, Carl Connolly, Declan Rice, legends of the game.
It would be me up there
Marky
with
Noble.
Mick Harford.
No idea.
You don't know Mick Harford. Fair enough. Me up there, Mick Harford, Brian Steen, Pelly Radicampanzu, Cameron Mullane.
Wow. It's a good driver. I'm
Yeah,
quite proud of that
no,
one. That came
that's
out of my
solid.
head while you were talking.
That's very good. I think we should pivot from football now.
Colourblind.
Right.
You're colourblind.
Yes.
What sort of colourblind are you?
I know there's like protanopia and deuteranopia, something like that. I can't remember which one. I'm red-green colourblind. Red, green, orange, and brown. If they're a similar shade, they can kind of blend in together. I can't tell the difference between the orange and the green Skittles, is a good way I like to explain it. They look the same. I can't see purple. It's just blue or pink.
Right.
I think that's everything. Sometimes pink, light blue, and grey can blend together as well.
So you're pretty fucked in terms of colours.
In reality, I'm all right most of the time.
Where do you find the most trouble?
In school, it was when you'd be reading off a whiteboard with black writing, and then there'd be like things highlighted, but they'd be red writing. I couldn't see them. Do you know what I mean? When it would be like the key words from a sentence would be in a different colour text than the rest.
Right.
Like on an interactive whiteboard. I just couldn't see it.
Right, so it all looked the same. It all looked
Yeah.
black, sort of thing.
And I'd be like, I just don't know. I don't know what you're on about.
Damn.
I've worked with flags. I'm not going to say where I work, but I've worked with flags outdoors. Right.
That's probably really important.
So a green background of all these trees and a red flag waving. I can't see it. So that has been tricky. We've had to change to yellow flags at points because I can't see the red ones. Other than that, though, it's all right. I once turned up really late to a college history lesson. Teacher went, "Where have you been?" I was like, "Colourblind." What? I was like, "Traffic lights." And I think she was just like, "You know what? Fair enough, sit down." I think she knew that was a bit of a reach because I'm red.
Does it look
amber.
the same?
No.
Red, amber, and green don't look the same then.
Well, the bottom one, I don't know about you, but the bottom one is very white, barely green. The green one on the bottom.
Really green.
Really? See, I see it as very, very white.
Oh, it's quite a white. It's because it's a light.
Yeah, it's quite white.
Wow.
and then it's like a deep orange for the red and like a yellow in the middle. Is that about right?
Well, for me, it's like green, orange, red.
It's almost as if that's what they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
I make do.
No, I can imagine, mate. So it's not the worst thing that could happen, is it?
No, not at all.
You kind of get by.
Yeah.
You get by. Have you done the little test with the numbers and that? Bare times.
Well, so the way I found out I was colourblind, I was at an aircraft museum with my granddad and my dad. I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
When I was younger, you can't be a pilot if you're colourblind. We were looking at something through some goggles. I can't remember what it was, but I couldn't see it. And my dad, he's like, let me have a look. He can see it just fine. He's like, no, it's there. I can't see it. Granddad, who is colourblind, goes, let me have a look. No, I can't see it, mate. So then then went to the 2 + 2 is 4. Went to the opticians and then did those tests. I think I might be remembering this wrong because I've not been able to find it online anywhere, but I think they had one of those colour dot tests where you want to see the number that only colourblind people can see, which I find weird because of how colourblindness works. That shouldn't be how it works.
It shouldn't be a thing at all.
Yeah, but I have a memory, it might be wrong, of them going, this is one that you can only see if you're colourblind. I'm like, yeah, that's 72. And my mum being like, oh my God, I can't see it.
Really?
Oh no, sorry, do the impression.
Oh my God! Where's the numbers, Cameron?
That's it. Yeah.
72. Where'd you find that? The best I'm getting there is a 0 with all the dots in a circle.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's why I've now decided acting is what I'm going to try for instead of being
Being a pilot.
Instead of being a pilot. That would have been so cool.
Oh, did I speak about why I wanted to become an actor on here?
It doesn't ring any bells for me.
Have I told you the story of the moment I was like, I'm going to be an actor?
Go for it.
I was quite young. I didn't really have much faith in it until I was in like the year 6 performance. You remember, like in primary school, where we were doing Bugsy Malone, and but I didn't think I'd get a big part, so I was like, I don't know. I wasn't as confident. I was quite not shy. I was confident in like conversation.
Yeah.
I'd speak to a stranger. I asked an old man on the bus about his mortgage when I was 6 because I heard my granddad talking about it the day before. My dad nearly hyperventilated with laughing because I just heard people talking. And this bloke was just sat next to me going, "There's mortgage."
What did he say?
He just laughed and looked at my dad, and my dad was pissing himself.
Right.
But yeah, that was kind of like the vibe I had.
Okay.
But I did Bugsy Malone. Ended up. I'll speak about that another day. Maybe I'll speak about it in a bit. But the reason I wanted to kind of do theatre and be an actor was because I was watching Power Rangers. I remember seeing the Green Power Ranger. Right.
Green Power Ranger.
It was
Which Power Rangers is this?
I think this was classics. This was the Mighty Morphin.
Okay.
Obviously, I got into Dino Thunder a little bit later in life. They were so cool. The White
Dino
Power Ranger.
Thunder.
The White Power Ranger from Dino Thunder.
I'm getting deja vu. I'm going to be
Mate.
honest. I feel like we might have spoken about this, but it might have just been off podcast.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Maybe. I know me and the girlfriend were talking about it.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this is all fresh.
Yeah.
White Power Ranger.
He was so cool. But anyways, I was watching the Green. I was like, Mum, I know what I'm going to be when I'm older. Because everyone was like, what are you going to be when you're older?
Yeah,
when I was like 6. You know, it's a weird thing to ask, but I'm going to be the Green Power Ranger. And my mum went, Carl, I've got some bad news. So what? Why can't I be a Power Ranger?
Yeah.
She went, the Power Rangers aren't real. They're actors. And I immediately went, sound? I'll be an actor then.
Oh, right.
She went, no, Carl, they're people pretending to be Power Rangers. I was like, I do that every day. I literally run around the garden pretending to be. I'm going to be an actor, obviously.
Yeah.
If I've got this much passion for pretending to be a Power Ranger,
I'm going to make it
and the
happen.
actual Power Rangers are just pretending as well. I was like, piece of cake, pal. Piece of cake. What you're telling me? All these people on telly just pretending to be other people. I could do that.
Nice.
Yeah, piece of cake, pal. So then, literally, my mum started giggling. She was like, do you know what? I think you probably could be. She was like, do you know what, Carl? Maybe one day.
And now here we are,
Yeah.
18 years later,
Yeah.
and you're making it happen.
Hopefully.
I have seen Carl today do one of the best bits of acting I've seen him do.
Oh, thank you. Man.
Very impressive.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we do. We went to a class today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Run by the great Aaron Fontaine. Shout out Aaron Fontaine. Give him a little Google. He's been in a few bits and bobs. He's a very talented man.
He's
a very talented actor. I don't know if you've seen him perform in person, have you?
I have.
Oh yeah.
I've seen him do the showcase.
Ah yes, he was very good. Yeah. He's a talented man. But he runs Luton Acting Hub.
You sound a bit emotional, mate.
Oh, yeah, it's
No,
just
yeah.
frog in my throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a very talented man, and the Luton Actors Hub is a great spot for people that want to just get up and learn their craft, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's a really friendly space. I think there's kind of a stigma around acting spaces that people are going to be like, yeah, so I trained for 7 years in the Himalayan mountains, and that's why I'm gonna really specialize in playing this sort of character. When in reality, kind of, it's just real people doing real things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you want to be friendly and have that nice environment and kind of have that open space to be vulnerable.
Big thing.
Massive, and that Aaron's a very good person to guide you
I
through.
feel like this is, we are just talking about would you rathers and poo,
We very rarely do the would you rathers. They usually take about 10 minutes of them.
but like, I don't know if it comes across, but this does feel like a place that you can be vulnerable as well.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Is that, I'm coming across.
Yeah, no, it's a chance for us to sit and kind of talk openly.
Do you know what's put that in my head? It was men's mental health. No, it wasn't men's mental health week. It was
wasn't.
everyone's mental health day on Tuesday of this week.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I do my journaling. Like, what am I grateful for? What's some positives in my day? What am I looking forward to? And this came up, and I was like, I'm grateful for this, even if it goes nowhere. The fact that we can just sit down and have a chat, I'm very fortunate for.
Mate.
So thank you.
No, thank you.
And I'm very grateful for you.
No, I'm very grateful for you, man. Not to get all soppy, but yeah.
Yeah. No, just
Dude,
it's nice.
It is, man. It's come along at a good time for me as well.
Yeah.
It's not been the easiest of years, and as a person, I'm not the most sound of mental health.
I was wondering where you're
Is
going
that the
with
way to do that? Is that me like, Carl's just dropped his new, his situation.
Carl
Look at his
Law.
lips.
Yeah.
Carl Law. No, but yeah, I think I'm trying to make a bit of a turn in looking after my own health, and doing this with you is actually helping, because it's like, it's something to look forward to every week, and it's something to
I
do.
think that's what it is.
As much as right now my head is pounding, I am enjoying myself.
Nice. This one doesn't have to be as long.
How long have we been going for?
We've been going. The reason I've been checking my phone, I'm not being rude. I'm on airplane mode. I'm not actually. I need to put that on. It's been 27 minutes.
Okay, well, it's a good time for a break.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
We've just had a nice little heart to heart. Heart to heart.
And then we'll come back with some more structure like we tend to do in the second half.
I'm grateful for you, man.
Appreciate
really
it.
am.
I'm grateful for you
I
too.
really am. And for you guys at home, your dad was feeling you.
That's going to absolutely ruin it for me in post.
Wait, hold on.
A third one. I'll be struggling.
Well, you actually. Is it worse to have more than one?
Well, it's like clapperboard with a film thing.
Yeah.
When we did like a film project, there was a point where I can't remember if it's first assistant camera or second. Someone does the clapperboard, like says, "This is the scene we're doing."
Take 4.
Yeah. And there's a thing called soft sticks, which is when they don't properly. You've not closed them quick enough. It has to be like one frame it's open, the next frame it's closed, sort of thing, so that the person that's editing it can go, "Yep, cool," rather than, "Is it here or is it there?" So I don't know. Multiple claps will be fine. You'll be alright. Isn't that interesting? Wow.
Yeah.
There was also on that, in that thing that we did, it was like each scene we did, because everyone in the year had one, or in one chap's case, 2 scenes that we did with other people. One was scene A, then B, C, D. We'd have to say, like, this is scene alpha, slate 1, take 2. Someone said to me, "Oh, like, if you just change, as long as it begins with that letter,
right,
you can say whatever word you want." And just go. I was like, I'll have a bit of fun with that. So I'm there going like, "This is scene deltoid, slate 1, take 4, or scene Damascus, scene," and there came a point where the director was like, "Stop." Just, I said one that was, I can't remember what it was stupid. And he was like, We're not even going to cut.
Scene detrimental health condition. Take.
He went, "Cut. What are you doing?" I was like, "Okay. I will." Scene.
If it was
Scene
like
delta.
the P one, and you're just like, scene pterodactyl.
I can't remember what it was. It was something.
Hey,
stupid
it starts with
like
a
that.
P, huh? Don't
Because
argue with me.
I think the camera operator, the director of photography, really liked like space or something, and I was just like saying space things, something like that. I had a theme around the thing. It was so stupid, but it was funny. I enjoyed myself, if no one else did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah. So by the time this comes out, I don't know how relevant it is to you, but this whole KSI Logan Paul boxing thing.
Is that tonight?
It's tonight, yeah.
So this
well,
is
it's tonight for us, so it'll
Sunday, Saturday the 14th.
It's Saturday the 14th. That's going to be happening tonight, and then tomorrow is Sunday,
which is when this should be posted.
And that will be getting posted. So the results will all be out there.
Mm.
How little do you care? How much do you care?
Not very much. I'm not going to watch it. I'll watch the highlights.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch the whole thing. I haven't got the interest in watching the whole card.
Got to pay for it, haven't you?
Yeah, it's like $19.99 for the one.
I'm trying to budget. I'm trying to be really strict. I'm trying to spend no more than £10 a day. If I spend £10, I spent £15 today because we went to Nando's. Tomorrow's £5 to even it out. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm trying to be, I've just been doing all this camera stuff. And I need to sort. So I've given myself.
That's good.
I get paid every 4 weeks rather than every month. So I'm doing £280, £10 a day, making it happen.
Damn. Yeah, budgeting's never been my strong point.
Yeah.
Budgeting's never been my strong point.
So you're saying for 2 days, for 2 days, I'm not able to spend anything if I watch this KSI?
Yeah, that's your own set precedent.
Absolutely not.
No, people.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. They'll enjoy themselves.
I don't know if they will.
Oh,
See, mate.
You know more about this than I do.
So essentially, Dylan Dennis. Do you know who Dylan Dennis is?
No, but I've seen the tweets.
So he used to be the Conor McGregor's training partner.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's most known for.
Right,
for some reason.
right.
He's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. Like, he won a world title as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He was very good in his weight class. Not the most likable of human beings for a while. Coming across like quite real compared to the rest of them at the moment, though. He seems to be just saying what he's thinking, which is, sometimes easier to watch than like, I'm gonna take your head off, buddy.
It's the same old.
Oh, I don't really. Sometimes I find it a bit cartoonish.
Manufactured hate.
Yeah, because I've been watching WWE for a long time.
So you've seen it all before.
Yeah, I love wrestling.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
WWE is the best.
right.
And I'm not gonna have you tell me it's fake.
I didn't say anything.
Because it's obviously fake.
Right.
The storylines are. The actual wrestling moves they do, everyone's like, yeah, I don't know, it's sort of trampoline, mate.
They are.
Have you ever been in a ring?
No.
You ever felt what a ring feels like?
No.
Right. It's boards of wood.
Right.
It's not like a cushion.
Yeah.
There's like that much like thing to cover it, like almost like you'd have a mattress cover.
Yeah.
And then it's just planks of wood on a building of like a squared ring. The tables they go through
are tables.
are just tables.
Yeah.
The ones that the announcers, when they put them through the announce table,
Yeah.
that's like an IKEA table.
Right.
That's like a cheap IKEA table. They always use the same sort of. They hurt themselves.
Yeah,
the ladders. You can't fake a ladder. They
But
have to climb it.
It's choreographed pain.
Not always.
No.
No, a lot of the time they're just freeballing it.
Really?
They don't go through the whole match. Be like, right, this bump, then this bump, then this bump, then this
They just
bump.
wing it.
They kind of go through the patterns together, and they go like, right, we'll do this bump, and then there's this
Yeah.
moment, and there's this spot. They call it spots.
Do they know who's going to win?
Yes,
Cool.
they always know who's going to win, unless there's something really bad goes wrong.
Which I'm sure has happened.
Once
Right.
that I can name, like where it was like a big time. Otherwise, they'll just DQ the match. If you ever see a referee put his hands up in an X, that means something bad's happened. They call the match off.
Right.
It's happened once.
What do
I've seen that.
Do they find a reason
Ooh,
for
they
it?
just chuck a load of fucking security out. And I'm sorry about my language. I'm trying to sort out my language on this podcast in a minute because I've realised how much I swear.
Okay.
They bring out all this like the ambulance stuff, and they just take them away, and then they kind of make it a thing of like, oh no, look how bad this match has messed up this person. When in reality, a lot of the time it's like, okay, this person's in a bad way. People have died in wrestling, quite a few.
Yeah.
But Logan Paul, so he's a WWE wrestler now.
Of course he is.
Unreal at it.
Is he?
He's unreal at it. Like, to the point where when he was debuting and when he was coming through, like, obviously, when WWE fans, have I just like me?
WWE,
Quite-
West Ham.
W's and W's. I'm here for the wins. We and the WWF because I also like wildlife and pandas. We what a blokey thing to enjoy. We
Fair play.
he's wicked at it. He's unreal. So Logan Paul, like, because fans get quite upset when people kind of like don't earn their place.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, say through this, we got like really famous, and then we did a boxing match and we knocked out an influencer, and then suddenly we're fighting for the world title, you'd be like, well, you haven't earned your stripes.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
belong to be here. Now put that in a fabricated world where you predict the games and everyone knows who's going to win. You can force it. So it's
Yeah.
like people just get annoyed. Like legends come back and they headline WrestleMania, when in reality, if you put them in there with the guys who've been doing it week in, week out, that's who you want to see win the titles,
Yeah.
right? Logan
The
Paul.
Undertaker's back again.
To be fair, mate, no one hates the Undertaker.
Oh.
That's the one person that no one hates.
Have I?
It's
that a
just
miss from me?
no. It's like it's John Cena was the one that everyone used to go mental about. It's like,
Right.
Just
Haven't they brought
stop.
back The Rock?
He came back for an episode. Yeah, he came
Oh,
back for SmackDown.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
That's what he says. It's a good phrase.
Sure.
What was your name again?
It doesn't matter what your name is.
He used to do that to people as well. Logan Paul. So he came in, had his first match, and all the fans were like, "That was really good.
Yeah.
Well, that was really entertaining. Like he's doing all the flips. He's
Yeah.
doing the high spots. He's taking the bumps, which is where you hit like the
Hit the
deck.
ground.
And, yeah, they call it a bump. He's really good. He's had some of the most highlighted, some of the most rewatched clips in WWE history now. Like he did a spot where him and Ricochet, who's another really high flying wrestler, stood on either side of the ring, right, during the
And
Royal
jumped
Rumble.
at each other in the middle.
So
I've seen that.
you've seen
I've
that.
seen that.
Unreal. When it just collided. You can't fake that.
Yeah.
What was there?
They're clattering each other.
They just clarted each other in the middle of the ring.
Fair enough.
And there's a couple of really good spots, but like bringing that back to boxing. So now he's like preparing to have a boxing match, right?
A real fight.
Yeah.
Well, real in the sense of it's not scripted.
It's not
Well,
scripted.
it might be.
You never know.
Hmm.
But yeah, it doesn't feel right. It
No.
doesn't feel right. I could see that I'm now watching him and I'm like, I don't know how much of this is like really what you want to say. But he's very upset about obviously what Dylan Dennis has done.
Well, he's not fighting now, is he?
He is.
I heard Jake Paul stepping in.
No. That was like a big clout thing. It's gonna be Logan.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah. But it had been flipped back. He was
Because
like-
he'd...
yeah, no, he's
cut
still
his
fine.
face, hadn't he?
He's still fine.
Fair enough.
Where did you see it? Twitter.
I can't remember.
Dylan Dennis posted that on Twitter because he missed weigh-ins because Logan Paul was late to the weigh-in time. So technically they could call it off.
Oh.
But anyways, enough of that. But I just think the whole influencer boxing thing, like
See, I really like Joe Weller.
Joe Weller's the guy,
Because
man.
he started it
He
with
did.
Theo Baker.
He did,
And then he fought
called him out.
KSI. He didn't have a good fight against KSI,
Really
but the
bad.
build up to that, I remember being so invested in that. When they like had was it like Insomnia or something? Like one of those conventions. They had had their press conference and took shots at each other and
KSI really upset.
Yeah,
Joe Weller.
and
Said
said
something
stuff
about
he
his
shouldn't
mental
have said.
health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was bad.
yeah, because I don't know what sort of podcast you listen to, but I'd listen to Joe Weller's one when he did that. I really
Waffling?
enjoyed that. I really enjoyed
I
it.
listened to Waffling a little
Yeah.
bit. Him, Theo Baker, and
Luke.
yes,
His mate Luke.
Yeah. That was a really good podcast,
Yeah, it's-
actually.
yeah.
They spoke about some funny stuff on there.
They were funny.
They were funny. Good to you.
Yeah.
Who was your favourite YouTuber back in the day?
I mean, there was a point where it definitely was Joe Weller. Like, not just what. No, because he has just influenced an entire.
Generation.
Yeah. Like, you can
Yeah.
tell the people that have watched Joe Weller.
Really?
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you'll just start talking like this a little bit.
This?
And he'll be like, no.
Yeah, proper sarcastic.
No, but
isn't
like just anything. Or like they'll just be like, little boy D-doid.
he? Yeah, and his
like
internet melt
little-
series. I think when you think about like what YouTube videos will age well,
I don't know about age well, because
They
I think
age
he
better
said
than-
on the he said on his podcast that he's just bullying people online. That's what internet melts is. And like there is a point where he brought it back a few times and he was like, it's not the same as what it was. But like it is just going, this is someone that looks, that in my opinion, is making a muppet of themselves, and I'm going to take the mick out of them for it.
True. Washer mashing.
There.
Yeah, no, he did do. He has a couple bad things. Yeah, right. Let's not go into.
No, it's
Yeah, that wasn't
The-
good. Yeah, that wasn't good. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, but KSI, I think KSI also had some same problem. Oh, that sense of humor was just on the edge of it, wasn't it? It was just on the edge of like being able to kind of do that publicly. Well, I guess people are still doing it now, aren't they? But no, they did. Oh my god. See, I used to like Jacksepticeye a lot.
Oh, top of the morning to you, laddies.
But I'm talking about like 200,000 subscribers, Jacksepticeye, 100,000 subscribers.
Because he won it was a thing that PewDiePie did, and he was like pages and pages in. He only had a few thousand subscribers, but he won that shout out sort of thing, didn't he? And now he's millions.
Right, so I watched him when he did Skate 3 videos.
Skate 3.
Oh, what videos they were. So I bought Skate 3 because of Jacksepticeye. And he was on quite a low subscriber. He was one of the only YouTubers that were making like the good Skate 3 content.
Yeah.
And he had like Barry, and he had like this guy with like a massive jaw and a bald head that he's just going about skateboarding. It was so glitchy. And I remember messaging him on Twitter, and he replied.
Really?
Yeah, I remember getting a reply from Jacksepticeye on Twitter. And then now, like, I don't have that account anymore. But that was when I was like 15, 14, and I used to just tweet like and message like, I'd message like once or twice to like someone I was really big fan of, and I'd say something that I meant as well, because I just pull my little fucking eye out. I'd be like, listen, really enjoyed this episode, this specifically, which is nice because I think a lot of fans would just be like, you're the greatest, please retweet my tweet.
Actually,
whereas I'd be like, mate, episode 4, I've just watched it, that Barry running into the bench, I've genuinely nearly wet myself. Keep up the work, really enjoying it. And then he replied like, cheers mate, I hope you do like carry on and keep playing the game. And now I look back, I'm like, I really want to get a hold of that account. Hoodie Allen, I miss the map.
I used to watch him doing his was it Happy Wheels?
Happy Wheels.
Is there anyone else like famous that you've tweeted and has replied to you?
G-Eazy.
G-Eazy.
Hoodie Allen.
Is that what you just said him?
Yeah, who else was there? Well, there was quite a few comments from the TikTok that was quite like, that was just be like, oh my god, that's someone I remember being big on like Vine. Do you remember Daz Black?
Daz Games?
Yeah.
Yes, of course I do.
So he watched one of my TikToks and commented on that.
Okay.
He, like, I think he reposted it.
Yeah.
Something like that. I remember,
that's
like,
cool.
I was like, it was on his story or something. I don't think it was the one I was in.
No,
I think it was the
Gingerbread Man.
Gingerbread Man one, yeah. And the same with Call Me Chris, which is a
I've heard of Call Me Chris.
I think it's Call Me Chris. I don't know. She's got blonde, short hair. She does like the characters on TikTok. The tiny hands. The girl with the tiny hands.
It rings a bell.
She's very funny.
I'll have to have a look.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Like, very funny. Like, I very much enjoy her content. But yeah, no, there's
nice.
a few. Yeah. Hopefully one day we'll have rather not listeners that we could be like mad. Do you remember when
he shouted out 4 people from Luton just that listen, that we know actually listen?
And now Danny DeVito's on episode 205.
Who have I had? I don't think I've tweeted that many, but I tweeted, do you know Chase B? He's Travis Scott's DJ, and he started making his own music a couple of years ago. He previewed a song at Wireless when I went to it. And I tweeted him something about that because it had come out for like, it had been like the 1 year anniversary since that song. I said something about the song, and he replied. He was like, "Thank you so much."
It means a lot, doesn't it?
I was like,
it warms your heart when you
I did appreciate that. Yo, Chase B.
Chase B.
That's his intro. It's like producer tag. Yo, Chase B.
Oh no, sad.
No.
Right, would you rather?
Go on.
Would you rather be able to play any instrument perfectly and read any sheet music for it, or be able to speak any language? Any language.
Really? 100%. 100%. Don't get me wrong. Your music can speak to people of all languages, of all cultures, just as like very well. It can touch people in different ways. If I can just be like, like we're not like, where are you from? Perfect. Would you speak any other languages? Bang. At my work, there's been a lot of German people that have been coming in. I know a tiny bit of German. If I could speak to them fluently, unbelievable. I'm there going, "Hallo, ich heiße Cameron. Wie geht's? Yeah. Like, if I could speak to them fluently, it would be unbelievable.
I could have done with captions then.
I could go. That was hello, my name's Cameron. How are you?
Okay, right.
Like you could speak. I want to go to Japan, but if I go to Japan, I want to know Japanese. Yeah. I could just do that. That is a no-brainer. It feels
like the most common answer. It feels like the right answer. Do I agree? I don't know. Because if I could play any instrument like to the perfect level, so I can read the music and whatever the music says, I can do. I'd be it would be very so good. Happy because but you don't. What do you play any instruments?
I used to play the flute.
No way, genuine. Like all of that.
It wasn't that good. But
you could play like Farrah Jacka, but you could get like a little. That is actually how you have to do it as well. A little.
Hello, extra gentlemen.
I can play the flute.
Yeah.
And I played too much. I would love to be able to play the saxophone. Like I can play. Do you list the instruments that I can kind of play?
Okay.
Okay. Piano,
Yeah.
kind of. Guitar, kind of. Ukulele, banjo, drums, bass. I could pick all these up and go for them. Voice. That's about it.
Yeah. Are you counting that in this instrument thing?
I think
like
so.
you can sing really well
Yeah.
too. You can hit those notes.
Yeah.
You're doing those like
'Cause you got to think that like when you like imagine just going to a music studio, just be like, I'm gonna record every single part,
yeah,
to your favorite song of all time,
like Tame Impala, what he does,
and just be able
just
to
does
do
everything. It would be like
because otherwise you're gonna know all these languages. You're gonna be sat in your hometown, just like.
But no, that would
Anyone speak any different languages? Because I can speak all of them.
I get you.
Whereas I'm out here making bread.
I get you. But I've had my would you rather where I focus on the money when I said about who I'd fight.
And
Like this one. No, it's not that it didn't go well.
What,
but
you said you were gonna punch Taylor Swift?
we don't need to go over it again.
You didn't say you were gonna
I
punch
didn't.
Taylor Swift.
In fact, I specifically said
You
I'm
wouldn't punch
not.
her back.
I'm
You'd
not.
just let her beat you up because you're into that.
It's the Eras tour, man. And
I know you're not allowed to choke me, but just do it.
I disavow that statement. No, like I for me,
Hey Taylor, why don't we
I
do music
know
into jizzle?
I feel like I bang on about this a bit. Doing those mountains a month ago has made me go like, imagine doing that somewhere else. Go to Spain and be like finding a tour guide and being like, oh, in Spanish, do you want to go and do a mountain? And they'd be like, yeah. And then just going to anywhere in the world, learning so much about that culture. You know the music that I love, Taiwan, from Taiwan. Being able to maybe go out there, have a chat to them, be like, how are you guys doing?
Every song you'd ever listen to, you'd know what they were saying.
Oh, because I don't know the lyrics to that song. I know. I believe that they're talking about like a grandson getting. That opens it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I love Spanish.
Ramener la coupe à la maison, allez le bleu, allez. I'm like, oh, I know what they're saying.
Maestro Kimpembe. I think that one's quite evident. Yeah, I think the languages makes more sense.
It does, but I understand the argument for the music one.
It's me being selfish.
But it just doesn't compared to every language in the world. There's languages that are dying out, and you can speak them.
Wow. Yeah.
Like that. It's happening. Eventually, have you seen the thing that there's only going to be 3 languages left? Mandarin, English, and Spanish.
What do you mean?
Eventually, they're predicting that because people in France at the minute,
Russia.
they're learning French.
Right.
But what's the global language at the minute, or at least where they are? English. You
Not
find
in France. The French people do not like it when you come there and speak English.
What I'm saying, like in
Very
schools,
protected.
everyone's learning English from other countries.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, the colonisation.
There's a thing that eventually I don't know how much truth there is to it, because Mandarin Chinese will expand. More people start speaking that because so many people speak it, so you need to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Same with English. Same with Spanish. You've got all of South America that
Sure.
the vast majority is
A lot of French-speaking countries in Africa.
There is,
and
but
in France.
Apparently, I don't know how they've worked it out. There'll be the 3 languages left, and English will be the least spoken out of those 3. Is what I've seen.
Wow. Because that just, for me, in my head, that makes it really like that. That is difficult to comprehend because I think of Russian, I think of Hindi. Obviously, in India, there's quite a few different languages, but a lot of them speak English in India. A lot of them speak English.
But
Fun fact:
go on.
More people speak English in the Netherlands than they do in Canada.
By numbers or percentage?
By percentage.
Okay.
By percentage, more of the Netherlands speak English than Canada do.
Fair enough.
How interesting is that, though? Like, you wouldn't make that assumption straight away.
Because, the politicians in Canada will do their speech in English and then in French, or the other way around.
Oui. Sacre bleu.
What does that mean?
Not actually sure.
Nice.
It means like...
With those, with the German guest that I was speaking to earlier this week, I said to one of the other guys I work with, these guys, there's some German guests. If you know any German, like now's a good time, bring it out. We won't mind me saying this, I hope. He probably doesn't listen to the podcast. He thought that he was saying "let's go." He was saying "Weltmeister," which means it's fine. It just means world champion. But in the context he was trying to say, he was going, "Yes, Weltmeister," and they're all the 4 German people are just, what?
This is about the World Cup again, buddy.
That was 2014, yeah. That's not as funny as it was in my head.
Oh yeah, wait, what happened in 2014? The 7-1.
No, they won the World Cup 2014.
Yeah, and they beat Brazil 7-1.
We're bringing everything back to football, aren't we? I went to Berlin on the college trip, and because I'd done a bit of German up until like year 9, and I was like, I'm confident I could do a little bit. I remember being at the Parliament in Germany and asking for a donut. I was like, "Hallo, guten Tag. Ich möchte eine Berliner." A Berliner, I do believe, is the donut. Because there's a funny thing of Ronald Reagan when he went to Germany saying, "Ich bin ein Berliner," because like I'm a Berliner, like I'm a Lutonian.
I'm a donut.
What he's saying.
Wow.
But I'm "Ich möchte ein Berliner," and the lady at the counter, "Was? Ein Berliner? Was?" Sorry. I just turned around and left. I didn't get my donut.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, so that kind of put me off learning German a bit more because it really.
Yeah, no,
I've
had them experiences.
No, I'm not good enough.
I've had them experiences.
Yeah.
I speak a fair enough amount of a few languages.
Yeah, you're quite. You pick stuff up from
quite quickly as well. So like in Polish, I've worked with quite a few Polish lads.
Yeah.
So it's like "Siema, jak ty masz? Dzień dobry, dobrze, dzięki, dziękuję." Just
What's,
learning.
jak się nazywasz? Is jak się masz?
Jak ty masz?
Jak się masz?
Yeah, it's the same one
Jak się
as
nazywasz?
jak ty nazywasz. I don't know what that.
Oh, I've heard that.
It might mean like how are you doing rather than how are you, maybe. I don't know.
It might be what's your name?
Jak ty masz means how are you.
Sure.
Jak ty masz, how are you? And it's dobrze, I'm good.
Okay.
But the first things I learned in Polish were not as acceptable.
Swear words?
Not just.
Oh, no.
Not just swear words, no. So like
Body
you're
parts?
beautiful, and like, and I remember like the ladies. I used to work with these KPs, kitchen porters, in a restaurant at the airport, and there were 3 Polish ladies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I'd worked at a job where I had 2 Romanian blokes that worked with me as KPs.
Yeah.
Right, and every time there's kitchen porters, a lot of the time they won't speak very much English because it's a job you can do with knowing very few English words, right? Pots, pans, plates, you'll survive. Because you figure out how the machine works. Someone says pots, you get some pots. Someone says pans, you get some pans. Someone says plates, you get some plates. You're going to get it right most of the time, right? So I used to kind of like try and help them with some English.
Mm-hmm.
I'd come by, I'd have a little plate, I'd be like, sausage. Yeah, I'd be like, right, and they'd be like,
as in what's left on the plate, right?
Sausage. And they'd be like sausage. You'd be like, sausage. I'd be like, very good. Sausage. Dobrze, dobrze. And I'd walk away, right? And then they started saying like, what was it? Oh, it was something funny. It was like, duża dupa. Ooh, Carl, duża dupa. And they'd smack my bum as I walked past.
Right.
I was like, what on earth does this duża dupa mean? So I went to my Polish friend. I went, sorry, mate. What does duża dupa mean? And he started creasing, right? So what does it mean? He went, it means fat ass, right? Like big bum. I was like, I don't have a big bum. And they're like, yeah, they've just learnt sarcasm. They just figured out, so because they're trying to figure out why people like they're not necessarily being that sarcastic. So like obviously there loads of people are kind of being sarcastic. She's like, oh, duża dupa, yeah.
Oh no.
They were great. Oh, do you know what? I love Polish people. I think the Polish language is great. And so I started learning, like I used to walk past and go, duża dupa. You're like, kocham means I love you.
Okay.
You'd be like, jesteś piękny, means you are beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, I could basically just flirt
in German that would be du bist schön.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. I've been trying. It's the shave. But yeah, no, I think it's fun to learn different languages.
100%.
And I think maybe you might be right on that one.
I think that is the easiest would you rather I've been given yet.
Is it?
100%. 100%.
Really?
We're at about 55 minutes.
Right. We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up.
we can
I've
do.
got 5 minutes.
I've enjoyed it.
We'll close off for another 5 minutes.
been
we got a few more
It's
moments.
been a good day.
I was just gonna say about kind of like what I was saying in the car about like I feel like we're making some progress.
Oh yeah. Because like for those of us that listen in that maybe don't know us personally, this lighting stuff that we've got in the camera is not just for the podcast. We're trying to make it as actors. We're trying to do our thing. So we've kind of taken it upon ourselves to be like, right, hopefully by the time you're listening to this, if it's in the future, that the strikes in America for the writers one, I believe they've had something agreed, but the actors are still striking. They're not getting what they want, which is absolutely fair enough with what their demands are. We're like, let's make stuff instead, rather than just sitting here waiting. So
maybe that's something to take as well. Like if you have listened to this episode, if you are watching this clip, if you want something, start thinking about how you can go and get it for yourself.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of the time, especially in the career of what we want to do as being actors, is you're waiting for a director, you're waiting for a casting director, you're waiting for an agent, you're waiting for someone to give you something to do, and sometimes you have to take it into your own hands and create your own work.
But also, with creating your own work, you are giving them so much as well. You're giving them every opportunity to be like, okay, you've messaged me, you've emailed me 20 times with new things that you've done. That new one that you've sent me, that fits something that we're doing.
It, man.
There's the thing of like, being lucky or not, and creating your own luck. If you throw enough darts at a dartboard, eventually you'll hit the bullseye.
Yeah, I mean, you'd rather hit a treble 20.
You would, but
that's
ruins my...
That's a metaphor that I heard the other day, actually.
Okay.
Bullseye's not the highest score on the board. The thing that you're looking for and the thing you're looking at isn't always the one thing you need. Sometimes it's a little bit further away. Might feel like a miss, but you got a bad point. And to land on another one.
Yeah.
To land on another one. I feel like now, as a person, I feel like I've started to kind of take my own initiatives and to actually start taking care of myself. And speaking to my family more, speaking to my friends more. Thank you, Cameron. Well, I say that. I need to speak to my friends consistently through my other friends as well that aren't around in Luton. But I feel like I'm putting some more effort into myself.
Nice.
And I feel like, I think I was saying in the car earlier, I feel like for the past 4 years, I've just been chopping veggies.
This is such a good metaphor.
Is it though?
I love this.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
So this is the metaphor I've come up with for suddenly realising that you've not been making the right decisions in life. No?
Just say it. Just say it.
I feel like
the audience will get it.
Chopping veggies. I feel like I've been chopping veggies, and I'm stood in my kitchen, and I'm just surrounded by chopped veg and prepared meats, but I haven't put anything in the oven. Now I feel like it's about time I started to cook.
Yeah. Do something with the
preparations you've made.
Yeah.
With the work you've put in. It might not feel like you've made it anywhere. You might have, had 17 different jobs and picked up all these different skills and not got the promotion you wanted. You might not have the girl of your dreams by your side. You might not have the person of your dreams by your side. You might not have the fulfillment that you want in your heart. But just know that the work you've done so far is those chopped veggies. You've got those veggies chopped. You've been down. You've been out. That was chopping veggies. That was learning. Now,
make some ratatouille.
Let's make some fucking ratatouille.
That is a spot to end. I don't think you can beat that.
Cook.
Let you cook. I've very much enjoyed this one.
It's been a good one, man.
I don't think it's been a what an absolute knee slapper this week.
No,
but
I don't think there'll be many clips.
I don't mind.
That's not about that, is it?
We're chopping veggies. We're putting out. This is a different dish.
This is a veggie chopping episode.
This is the football episode.
This is the football episode. I don't know if we'll call it that though.
No, it won't be. No, this is chopping veggies will be the title.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Damn.
If you've made it this far, thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Yes.
Staying grateful.
Yeah. Off to do a little bit of work on some clips and get some rest and have a good evening. Right. Peace.
Love.
Rubber gloves.
Love.
Peace.
Bed sheets.
Take care.
Have a good week.
Have a good one.
That was a nice one.
Look at us getting all sentimental.
I know. It's only 6 episodes in.